Why does everyone like Ice Spice? That's the video we're watching today by none other than Patrick CC. He's an amazing content creator. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him and like the video when you watch it as well. Let's get into it.
In the past couple years, we have seen more female rappers explode into the mainstream than ever before. Some might even
Facts.
argue that they are currently getting more attention than upcoming male artists. Female artists typically receive much more hate than their male counterparts, but Ice Spice is a little different. When her track Munch exploded on TikTok, everyone thought she was going to be here and gone within a month. But with her most recent collaboration reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, her rise has exposed a lot of truths about hip-hop that people are not willing to accept.
That boy's
Drink
a
water, y'all.
liar.
Ice Spice is a product of the New York drill rap movement, which was popularized in the mainstream by the late Pop Smoke. Growing up in the Bronx, her parents realized how dangerous the environment was and they wanted to get her out. So they sent her to a private Catholic school in Yonkers, New York called Sacred Heart. Her nickname was Ice, which is short for Isis, which is her real name, and she came up with the name Ice Spice as her Instagram handle while she was in high school. But it wasn't until she attended college at SUNY Purchase when she decided to start actually trying to make music. A producer by the name of Riot saw little freestyles and rap bars she would post on Instagram, and he
Goated producer, by the way. All of his beats are absolutely fire.
convinced her to try and take music seriously. He sent her the beats he was making and they started working together. After dropping out of school in her sophomore year, she had nothing but time to work on music. She was posting on TikTok and gaining a following from her thirst trap videos. In March of 2021, she dropped her first song and music video called Bully Freestyle, which was a song about getting whatever she wants from men because of her looks, which is common for female rappers but uncommon for New York drill.
You see it happening,
drill
Storm.
rap, more specifically Bronx drill rap, is cutthroat, in your face, borderline screaming lethal threats to your ops on a bass heavy beat. So Ice's smooth presence and very minimal gangsta energy was a standout for her. Later on in 2021, she dropped her song No Clarity, which sampled Clarity by Zedd, a very unorthodox sample for a drill record, accompanied by a video of Ice Spice dropping melancholic in her feels bars while twerking the pain away. Immediately, she was met with hate. This ain't getting us out the hood, it's moving us across the street. As a deaf person,
There's no
immediately she was
way.
met with hate. This ain't getting us out the hood, it's moving us.
That's insane. I was about to pause the video and be like, yo, I heard this song way back when she released it, and I was like, nah, this shorty's gonna be a hit, fam. I was showing bets. Check the retweets, check the retweets, check the tweets. I was like, nah, this shorty's dancing, doing all kind of things and drill. She's going off. Like, it's crazy to see her now, but this crazy.
Across the street. As a deaf person, this song goes hard. So we're just twerking to sad music now. To
That's
continue growing
nuts.
her brand, she posted TikToks that would easily get attention from people. And this is definitely the type of behavior that female rap haters use to disprove their talents, saying that all they have to do is use their looks,
Wait a
say
minute,
something
what?
sexual, and people will praise them. There
Yo.
are some truths to this. Pretty privilege is a real thing, and we all know that sex sells. It always has. Men capitalize on the same thing in their music videos and visuals, but when one of the women who may have been in the background is the one benefiting, it becomes controversial. By mid-2022, she was already being recognized
Fair-
by
fair
blogs
play.
and media outlets as a promising upcoming artist, even though she only had 5 songs released. When her On the Radar freestyle was released, she started gaining the respect of rap fans. Since the only thing to focus on was the lyrics she was rapping, people were more engaged. However, most of the world got hip to Ice Spice when she dropped Munch in August of 2022. Funny thing is, a lot of you have just heard the first 4 lines on TikTok and not even the full song, which is fine, because these days that's all it takes to have a hit song. The term Munch was created by Ice Spice because she just needed something to rhyme with "he ate it for lunch." She created an anthem to empower women who get their needs
Ate it for
satisfied from a
lunch.
man and kick him out.
Ate it
Ice
for
Spice's confidence and alpha female attitude in this song is pretty typical for a successful female rapper. Hip-hop has been dominated by males, and women are often portrayed as an accessory to them. They call them bitches, hoes, and usually refer to them only in sexual scenarios. Ice Spice
Low key, Ice Spice, like, she's proven more and more that, like, yo, women rap is coming up super crazy. And it's just like, yo, right now, if you guys don't know about Tia Corona is going crazy, bro. Her song Freaky T, dog. Like, I hope I'm saying her full name right too, because I actually adore that shorty's music. Tia Corona, Freaky T, that song is the next one. Like there's a bunch of shorties on the come up that are like going crazy. Even the ratchet music is going nuts. That one girl was like, "What the Pound Town, Pound Town? I just left Pound Town."
And other women are flipping that narrative. But what really sent this record on fire was a leaked DM. Drake messaged Ice Spice giving her praise on the record 5 days before it was released. This got a lot of people suspicious. How was the biggest rapper in the game tapped in with Ice Spice before everyone else? Also, how could this private DM get leaked? It's crazy to think that just a message from Drake could bring genuine buzz to an artist. 2 days later, she was seen in the crowd of OVO Fest in Toronto beside the rapper. Drake has an entire team dedicated to discovering the best upcoming talent. This way, he is always tapped in with the next trend, can capitalize on a young artist's career, and it makes him look good for supporting the newcomers. But the common thought was that Drake was just trying to sleep with her, which is an assumption that most female artists get as well, that they have to sleep around to get notoriety. How Drake doing you? You gon' give Drake a chance, bruh? Her TikTok account was flooded with people shipping the two, hoping they would become hip-hop's next light-skinned power couple. Either way, the music community thought this all felt way too calculated, and it probably was.
What? Next light-skinned power couple? Patrick, what?
All of this was just marketing to promote Munch, which went viral as soon as it dropped. The difference between the Munch record and a lot of other similar records from female artists is that men genuinely, unironically liked the song. They couldn't help but expose their inner baddie while listening to the tune.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. Nigga's a eater. He eat
it for lunch.
You said that a little too spicy. I like that song. We know. And I like her.
Joe Budden singing the song simply represented what a lot of men were doing privately. The big smile on his face let everyone know he wasn't ashamed to be a munch. Despite the song being mega viral, really good. It didn't chart on the Billboard Hot 100, and I was surprised to find out it only had 60 million Spotify streams, which is a lot, don't get me wrong. But the song feels like it was much bigger than the streams represent. I mean, it does have over 30 million views on YouTube. From there, she started doing club appearances and festival appearances with just one song. She was everywhere, doing a full-blown media tour, including a stream with Kai Cenat where everybody got to know about her a little bit more. They got to know her personality, which stood out from the rest. Although her music is very confident, her personality shows that she is a lot more chill and relaxed. Ice and Cleo seem so genuinely chill, I'm shook. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really care for her, but seeing her personality on stream made me actually
she grew up in private school and went to college.
She's actually cool as fuck. Seems down to earth. She was winning some people over, but others were itching to take her down.
She seemed like she just from New York.
Clubs that were thinned out and nobody vibing to her song, trying to prove that she was nothing more than a one-hit wonder. But to many people's surprise, the preview of her next song was accepted with open arms, Bikini Bottom, which was literally a SpongeBob sampled drill beat. Then her next, In Her Mood, was also praised. She was gearing up her first project, and it couldn't have been executed more perfectly. She didn't go too ambitious. She gave the world a 6-song EP of all drill records that all sound very similar, a catchy sample with her signature monotone delivery. Plus, being in the genre of drill is advantageous for an artist because the fans like that the songs have a very similar repetitive pattern. Basically, she didn't do too much, but her not doing too much and being extremely successful is what spurred up even more controversy, giving her the daunting label of mid. Y'all love a mid.
She really does look like Betty Boop.
This tweet came from Chica, a 2020 XXL freshman. Although we don't know if Chica was talking about Ice Spice specifically, this sparked a debate of colorism in regards to hip-hop and entertainment as a whole, said perfectly by YouTuber I Am Eloho.
In my opinion, Ice Spice is getting the Cardi B package. When Cardi B first hit the scene, it was the same thing. It was the young Latina from the Bronx, surrounded by this Black American culture. It's almost as if there's a formula for success for these type of women, right?
The argument here is essentially that dark-skinned women have to work harder and be more talented if they want to reach the highest level of success. Kenzo B and Shani Boney are two extremely talented drill artists who damn near rap better than most men, but don't get praised like Ice Spice. There could definitely be some truths here, even with men. I think it's pretty obvious that Drake has benefited from the fact that his racial ambiguity allows him to be a relatable figure for almost all races. He is undeniably the biggest rapper, but a lot of people are quick to say his music is mediocre. But when it comes to Ice Spice over her peers, it seems unfair to say that just because her image is relatable to more people, that is why she is successful. Her beat style and delivery is relatively fresh when it comes to drill music. Plus, the biggest counter argument is that simply music is subjective.
Okay. people have points when it comes to that. Don't get me wrong. I'm black. I see it myself. You get me? But like, when it comes to Ice Spice, bro, and people are gonna maybe come at me for this one too, because like, yo, I get it. There's other women that do this as well, okay? But I'm just gonna put it plain and simple. Ice Spice is obviously cute. She's out here shaking her ass in every single music video she's ever made, like crazy, like mad provocative. Okay, like it's nuts. Like people patent her for doing a specific dance. You get me? And her music is pretty catchy. Yeah, I mean, she has some simple records that are very catchy. It's just like when you look at, bro, Drea Mack and them over in the UK. Why is Drea Mack popular and stuff like that? She's a dark skinned woman, and she's portrayed more in a tomboyish phase. You get me? So it's just like, why does she get popular? Her music's catchy. We look at the shorty who I said, the Pound Town shorty, just left Pound Town. Like, that song goes crazy. She's dark skinned and ratchet. Tia Corolla's not even super light skinned. You know what I mean? She's pretty light. She's like a brownins. But like, her music's going crazy too. Music is subjective, and it's like, yo, if the song's catchy and you make catchy records, then 100%. If you're a drilling man's down in the music or whatever, it's obviously not gonna go too nuts. I understand. Yes, there's a thing when it comes to like the mixed race or the light skin and the dark skin and all this kind of stuff that's going on. People could talk about it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. At the same time, fam, it's really not that serious. Like, I get it. She's like, girls just dancing in her music videos, crazy, provocative, and stuff like that. And she makes pretty catchy music that like anyone can sing along to. When you have the formula of guys singing on to the female records, as they quote unquote put it in like a marketing demographic. When you have males listening and singing along to female demo, you know what I mean, music, it's a huge push. Get me? It's why Eve was so hot back in the day. It's why Nicki Minaj is still hot. It's why, bro, there's so many dark skinned women. Like, yo, are we really gonna do this? Like, darker skin, fairer skin, yeah. I mean, like Ice Spice is super light skin, yeah. But come on, when's the last super duper light skinned person that like came up like that crazy? Otto? You know what I mean? And Ice Spice is Nigerian.
Sometimes there isn't a specific reason why you like a song
She's
more
Nigerian
than
and
another.
like
You
some
just do.
Spanish or
And
something.
at the end of the day, we know that in all aspects of the entertainment industry, your image, likeness, and ability to be marketed will almost always beat out skill. It's been that way forever. As if it couldn't get any better for Ice Spice, she was asked to be on the remix of Boy's a Liar, which was another extremely viral TikTok song by UK artist Pink Pantheress. Both artists have an extremely smooth and quaint delivery complemented by a cute, dancey rhythm. Their collaboration debuted at number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 after it gained 20.2 million US streams, 585,000 radio airplay audience impressions, and 600 downloads sold in the first week. It would ultimately peak at number 3 a few weeks later. Recently, Ice Spice just performed at Rolling Loud and got a way better response than Coi Leray's debut. Coi Leray was made fun of for not engaging the audience. She was
True, they
harassed
clown
online,
this girl.
claimed she didn't belong
Crazy.
in hip-hop, and bullied to the point where she wanted to quit. But for Ice Spice, the commenters were praising her for trying hard and making progress towards being a better performer. Also, Ice Spice's Rolling Loud performance was the second most viewed performance after Playboi Carti. And after receiving cosigns from Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice is officially on top of the game right now. In general, it is harder for a female hip-hop artist to break through to the mainstream. It's no secret hip-hop has a misogynistic past and has been dominated by men. But Ice Spice is the first female artist I've seen in a while to get fair treatment. Every artist is going to be criticized and hated on. Ice Spice is definitely one of them. But with females, the hate and criticism reaches a different level. I think people are giving Ice Spice the benefit of the doubt and genuinely want to see what more she has to offer. Something is different about her that is resonating with a lot of fans. And because of this, I hope people will be more open-minded towards female rap artists in the future. Speaking of music, I just dropped a 7-song EP that I executive produced with Quay the artist. It's available everywhere, and I would really appreciate if you check out some of the songs. Thanks, and I'll see you next Monday.
Bless. Don't know. Shout out Patrick CC. Good video still. To like summarize how I feel about this entire video, like, for one, women artists are just on the rise, crazy. Like in rap, they're going crazy right now, and it's something to marvel at because we're having another renaissance. We had like the Eve era and everything like that, but we've never had so many pop and female artists at the same time. You know what I mean? And honestly, that's a really good that's a really good thing for the music industry. That's a really good thing for rap and hip hop as a whole, and for women representation. Get me? On the other hand, it's very easy to say the race stuff because you know what I mean. It's prevalent in a lot of things, but at the same time, you have to look at the catalysts, if you will, where it's just like, okay, what does this person do differently than everybody else? Like Glorilla, for instance, she's a fair skinned woman and stuff like that, and she has blown up pretty much just as much. The only thing that has held her back is that whole little mishap that happened at her concert. That wasn't even her fault. There was a whole stampede, and apparently somebody like people lost their lives, unfortunately. But yeah, that's not her fault per se. You know, it's not her fault at all. It's not any of the artists' fault. And she was just she wasn't even the headliner of the concert. She was on the concert. So there's so many other artists that are there. The Young Miami and them, they're dark skinned women and they're popping. They're like had their whole era. A lot of the time when it comes to women artists, they have an era and they have a time, but then only so many stick. Like there's only some that really stick for a long time for some reason. Like Cardi B stuck, Nicki Minaj stuck. Um, Again, we have to go back way back, like to Eve and Ashanti and them. I mean, Ashanti wasn't really rap either, but there's just like there's always been definitive and dominant women in the industry at times, and they take those eras and they have their era most of the time. Right now is the only era where I've seen where a lot of women are kind of shifting the podium at multiple times and holding it down, but at the same time there's gonna be the it girl. I've seen it all the time, and when it comes to music marketing and media, like that's especially where my background comes from is music. Like you see it all the time. From a marketing standpoint, you're always gonna have an it girl and who's the hottest. Like to the point where even Taylor Swift was an it girl one point in time. You have Adele who was an it girl. Beyonce's an it girl. Nicki Minaj is an it girl, as they call it. The it girls, like the girls that people will follow and mimic and everything like that. Even deeper than that, when it comes to Ice Spice, when you look at like her tweets and everything up from her social media, when you dig up stuff from her past, she never said anything crazy. She never has ever dissed any dark skinned woman or anything. She's never been wild, and her wild tweets are like, stuff like how she was saying she, does the got. It's kind of crazy. So those are things that are likable and lovable because when people go back and look at your past, there's nothing there that they could really hurt you for and shame you for. You're just kind of been yourself the entire time. So if you live your truth, you have these catchy songs, you're attractive and you're likable, obviously you're eventually going to become, one of those guys. It's even something for Drake. Drake's an actor. He knows how to act. He knows how to portray a certain character. He makes good music. His team and everybody helps him with good music. Same with Ice Spice. He has like Ice Spice has her producer or whatever, and same how Drake has 40. Everybody has their specific mix and vibe to them. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about the whole interaction, the whole video. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do these videos all the time. Shout out to Patrick CC.